Oh, that's his O face.
It's 1995. Welcome to Chubsy, the knob flap.
You know, Bubsy just found a way to come back. And, you know, much like Faith No More said, you know, midlife crisis. And
thank you not to remind me of Faith No More.
Why not? So, Super Bubsy was a PC port.
Of what I'm assuming is just like, was it Bubsy 1 or?
Bubsy 1, yes. Yeah. That had the option for better audio, multiple players for some reason.
PC Master Race, baby.
Full detail, no backgrounds. If you got a shitty PC.
Yeah, I had the DOS version of Mortal Kombat that I like copied with like 15 floppy disks off of like a friend's computer, and it wouldn't run properly unless I turned off like 4 background layers. Ooh. But that wasn't that bad. No. Like it was still like, you know, you got like the fucking most of the shit, and there were a few stages that were okay, like the fucking Shang Tsung's throne room. But like, yeah,
and that was a fairly common thing. A difficulty setting, which I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of difficulty on settings on old games were just like lives, like how many lives you started with, how many continues you got, and stuff like that.
Maybe like
because everything's a one-hit kill, so it doesn't.
It'll probably be lives or something.
Welcome to Super Bubsy. Okay. If you want to set options of the game, push the options button or just press the play button and have fun.
It's nice that it's like, because like when I was first fiddling around with trying to get like a virtual Windows 95 environment set up, like that was, like you needed a fucking activation code for Windows 95 and shit.
You still do?
Even on PCE?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, there's codes around though for it.
Oh, like see, what I was having to do, like this was fucking probably over 10 years ago now, but what I was having to do was like literally set aside a fucking part of my goddamn hard drive as like a Windows 95 install, basically.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot easier now.
Yeah.
Like the program's very good.
Well, I tried one generator and it just didn't work, and then I was like, what am I doing with my time?
Aww. Sorry, I don't need that.
Okay.
You can just put that on the desk, please. I love that it came with this. So this is where the Bubsy cartoon originated.
Huh. I forgot there was a Bubsy cartoon. I mean, I'm not surprised by that, because I think it was like...
I don't think it was anything more than this. I think this was the whole... everything.
You could convince me either way. This was every cartoon for like at least 5 years.
This cartoon should come back and be voiced by Frasier.
Because, you know what? Credit where it's due. These are some good graphics. Like, that's better than the fucking, you know, 16-bit console versions. Oh, fucking load times.
Episode 1. Cheese Wheels of Doom.
I don't know if that improves, like, the experience.
So yeah, it's Bubsy, but, you know, with PC graphics. And this was a very... This was a very hard game to get...
It's Bubsy, all right.
...running for a long time because of the audio. The audio and stuff... You could get it running, but not with the audio running and the stuff, because of just it being a CD.
Yeah.
This sort of emulation would chunk a PC. But now it's easier. You can set like so many options, so many different graphics cards and things, and it's easier to find.
No, lots of this stuff has been like over the past just few years, really. Like, because DOSBox has been there for a while for the DOS games, but like, even it was a little bit, you know, it was fit. You still had to use DOS.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't wildly user-friendly, particularly in any sense of like, okay, I want to get this game working. You had to use, you know, the fucking command thing to, you know, in some situations set certain like fucking sound drivers or, you know, emulated sound blasters and shit like that. And it was fiddly as fuck and a hassle. And if any part of it didn't work, you know, you're having to do that thing where you're going, okay, did I type something in wrong? Is this the wrong fucking thing that I got to use? And there just wasn't also like, you know, a lot of documentation in terms of how to fix this. Like, it's a little bit like, you know, doing stuff on Linux these days. That's right, there's fall damage. God, that's a bad idea. Like, doing stuff on Linux these days is like so much easier because a lot of the fucking distributions are just well organized, you know, like the basic Raspberry Pi desktop thing is a good operating system, and like the game specific ones all have just ridiculous quantities of organized documentation that just tell you what to do.
Also, I'm pretty sure I was correct with the life thing because I have like 14 lives.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. It's like DOSBox was such a fucking chore, and then finally like DOSBox Pure came out for like fucking RetroArch, and it does a similar thing. But rather than have to like fucking do a bunch of shit, you just go into the menu and go, I want, like, it just has a list of the available sound blasters that it's going to emulate, you know?
Yeah.
And that is so much easier. I like how like falling from a massive height just onto the ground kills you, but like falling onto one of those like fucking
the Woolies
weird Richard Simmonses.
I don't think that helped.
Are you mad? You know, Aaron, now you can get those. Oh yeah. All right. Well, fuck it then. This is an old platformer, man. There was just no rules.
I'm not.
Oh, look at Aaron. It's Bubsy time.
I don't think that improves the situation at all.
It doesn't. No, it's a million times worse.
I love like
Madness.
So. This is definitely why you need lives, because the game hates you mercilessly.
Look at old games used to be full of this shit where it's just like, what is this? Oh yeah, there's just like fucking insta kills everywhere.
Because it's like there's a hole there, and previously you go down the hole and there's like other streets, and it's like,
yeah,
I'll go down this hole. What is it, death?
Yeah, basically every game was fucking, you know, Dark Souls, because you just had to learn by painful trial and error where the fucking, you know, horrible things were.
That was a continue. Continue. I think probably the biggest sin of old platformers was anything that had a projectile. If the projectile could shoot from off screen without the thing being on screen, which often it did, that is just so cunty.
Max cunty.
So yeah, this is the best version of this game, and it's sad that it's not available. Like when they brought it to PC, they just was the SNES version. It's like, come on, like this is.
Oh yeah, no, this is measurably better.
Like if you want to play Bubsy for some
absolutely
weird fucking reason.
Like, so you're using PCEM.
Yeah.
Like, after that, did you just get like an ISO of the Bubsy?
Yes.
All right. Because like I haven't used PCEM, but I've used like there's a place that I go to get a lot of. There's a few now that actually do a lot of sort of this era. Because this was a real pain in the ass to get running for a long fucking time. Like anything post DOS, but like,
ooh, I'm invincible.
You know, there was like a gap between like the Windows 98 CD-ROM games were just fucking heinous to try to get to happen.
Yeah.
But there's been some good fixes to a lot of that, so you know I can finally play like the FMV Johnny Mnemonic game, which is a kind of fun. There's a lot of great FMV games. What could possibly go wrong?
Cheese Wheels of Doom.
Can you just go back in there?
Probably.
Oh well.
But where's your sense of adventure?
Yeah, that's my problem. I just don't have that Bubsian craze. Like, that was all game design was back then, was just you had to come up with a thing, and then a thing that thing would collect. And if you could do those two, you know, things, then congratulations. You've just developed a video game property. All this other shit about, like, you know, having stage organization or anything like that, you just fucking who cares. Some cunt will do it.
Oh, the boot. Not touching that.
I don't remember what the boot does.
It just kicks you backwards.
That's right.
So the PCM running Windows 95 on a Pentium Socket 7 MMX processor with
Let me just power on
I
my
think an
486
SV
I love looking at the load up screen because it's just like, wow, this thing's going at 233 megahertz. Fucking steady on there, champ.
Sweet. That was a good run till then.
Yeah. Virtual environments are good because it, like, there were solutions back in the day, like running certain old games where big elements of the game were tied directly to the PC clock. So if you were running something that was used to 233 megahertz on something that went like 4 gigahertz, it would be unplayable.
Yeah.
Like Police Quest 3 had driving sections that you couldn't do because they'd just be over in literally the blink of an eye. So there was this program called, like, I think it was called Mo Slow or Go Slow or something, but I didn't like using it because it would like actually fiddle with sort of the clock speed. Whereas like now you can just, you know, here's the virtual environment, here's the clock speed for that virtual environment.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that still have issues where the CPU is like, as you said, it's used to being slow and will just run at thousands of FPS. And that is an issue, obviously.
Yeah, because like we talk about, you know, a high frame rate, that's good. 240, that's a good frame rate.
That's an amazing frame rate.
100,000, kind of an issue.
Yeah.
Kind of belts along there a little bit.
The other issue is I couldn't get a controller working. Now, I don't know if that's because, like, I didn't try to plug in an Xbox 360 controller or anything.
Yeah.
And usually that's what you have to do, is just the chipsets in the newer controllers are too new. They won't interface and just, they will be incompatible. But I didn't try that, and that's probably the answer, because it's got, like, an option for a standard 2 button, a standard 4 button, all that shit.
Yeah.
A sidewinder pad, etc. And I tried all of them, and I couldn't get any of them working. It saw the Xbox controller, and I could set it as the input, and it saw all the buttons and everything, but it just wouldn't, the game wouldn't do it. I don't know if this game actually has joypad support, because it's all the buttons say keyboard and mouse and everything.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Which is also possible.
I mean, one of the things that I like, you know, again, and it was like why I really enjoy sort of the DOSBox pure way of doing things is like, there are a few situations, like I used to get, God, what was it called?
Oh,
Time Slaughter, which is not Time Killers. It's a different game, but it is a violent fighting game. And weirdly, one of the only functional fighting games to be released, like not a port to the PC.
Huh.
Like, because it has things like, you know, proper hit detection and stuff. Like, it's still not what I'd call good, but it's, like, compared to things like Body Blows, which was just non-functional. Like, you know, there was bugger all hit connection. They all played like Street Fighter 1. Yeah, like pretty much every PC fighting game for a long time.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember a few of them playing them.
Played like Street Fighter 1, yeah. Where it was just like, oh, this is just...
You fucking bird cunt.
That's a common Australian phrase. You fucking bird cunt. Can't go outside. Fucking bird cunts. Aaron, look, that's a fucking Aaron cunt. Yeah.
I thought I'd get him.
Bird cunt me once. Shame
Wake up
on
and
you.
stop yarning.
Excellent.
I knew it was going to happen too. I'm like, I'll go low. Wait,
And
he's
then,
going to
yeah,
shit
he's
on me.
gonna-
Please release me. Let me go. I think there's a lot more puns in this version. You fucker.
What stratagem could possibly defeat this pilot bird?
Episode
All right, go down the fucking. Okay.
I know.
Okay, go down the fucking water slide.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see this anymore. Or like jump over and jump back.
I don't think the game's meant for that momentum.
There we go.
Oh no, don't jump in that car. It takes you away.
We did it something. Oh, that's right. This is Bubsy. I hate Bubsy.
This transfer in progress.
But yeah, so like fucking Time Slaughter, you could go in DOSBox, you could go into DOSBox's thing and change the controls. But the problem was the way the control change system was set up. You couldn't actually fucking, like, using the system that was available at DOSBox, change the controls in a way that would, like, not have them clash with other things. So, like, with DOSBox Pure, you can just leave the controls as far as the game is concerned, the controls aren't changing. But you go into DOSBox Pure and you change the controls on that level. So you can just, rather than try to get like the fucking things to be buttons or, you know, use joy to key to remap or something, you can just tell it that, you know, your buttons are fucking like P, open bracket, close bracket, and shit like that.
Right.
And it just fucking works out the box, and you can have 2-player and shit.
Cool.
Yeah. And so yeah, Zom's Lair is a really good place for. That's Zom with a B. Zom's Lair is a great place to get to a lot of those FMV games.
I feel like this is a trap.
In general. I feel like we went into this trap because this looks familiar. This will take you back to the start.
I've got a feeling it will too, yeah. Oh well.
Death is preferable.
Yeah.
And the collection chamber. So those are 2 places. Collection chamber will do like
That was funny.
pre-built like, you know, sort of things. So you don't like they all use a similar thing to this.
Yeah.
Like, but they're just all like built into the executable.
Yes.
So all you gotta do is just double click on it and it'll just
Yeah. Essentially, it's just doing all the work's already done for you.
Yeah.
And it's set up.
Which is nice, yeah.
Otherwise, if you run the PCM, you can have a setup for every single game you have, and just to click on that when you start up, and you've just got different games, and it will load its own build for every game you have, and you can duplicate this and stuff.
It's just for like, you know, because again, troubleshooting some of the things that can happen with these games is just, it can be a bit of a fucking
It's brutal.
around, yeah.
Lordy, take this level. It's just this little section here because you've got to go slow because the stuff spawns. And because if you're going too fast, you can't jump high enough. And you got to be careful of the red cars because you can't jump on them.
They take you.
The shirt's not there this time. That's fucky. That is so fucky, guys.
Why
the
go up here?
The power up that gives them, you know,
Yeah.
the ability to get
What does
past
that do?
all this shit. It's going to spit at me. Everything hates me.
I mean, jump on the gumballs?
They kill you if you touch the gumballs.
Well, not the gumball, but like the dispenser.
Yeah, you can
is-
just get
is
past
probably-
it.
Yeah. Well, because it's sitting on a fucking box of anvils, and I don't know what that does, but I figure it's got to do something.
If you're running really fast, you like die, I think, if you hit it.
Yeah, that's on me.
I think power. I don't trust them.
I don't remember them doing something last time, but also I think you were wearing the magic shirt, so
Yeah, I was.
it's possible. But yeah, like, I mean, this isn't a good.
Well,
Yeah, let's not pursue that. Don't.
Boot.
Okay. I mean, that was brave of you to touch the boot.
Yes, touch that. Ride this as long as we can. Let's go, 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 go,
Run,
go.
run! Don't jump, Aaron. Just run.
Boss.
I feel like of all the things happening, these things are really poorly animated. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, they animate like they're fucking here from like McDonald Land. Oh yipes, Aaron. Look out.
I agree.
Look out.
Where is it going to put me? Did I get a thing?
I don't know, dude.
I didn't get a thing. I nearly touched the takeaway car.
You almost, yeah. The Wiggles big red car just ducks children.
Chugga chugga big red car. It stole David. Shit.
They're lesser
Run out of
known.
lives.
They're lesser known songs. Like Hush Little David and Go to Sleep David.
Jeff, that's why Jeff kept falling asleep, is because he kept getting into the
The David stash.
yeah. Look, I don't know what happened, and I'm not gonna
Yeah, don't.
I'm gonna fight it. Look, I don't want to just touch them.
Those shirts are their skin. The Wiggles are really just what happens if you peel a Teletubby.
I didn't need that in my life.
Yeah, you did. You're playing Bubsy. You can't like. All right. So see, like
Myth
the thing
busted.
is, yeah, the thing is like there's no way of knowing that, you know? Like the fucking you can't kill the gumball machine.
No. Alright, I need to find. There's definitely an excellent. There it is.
Yeah. We just. Okay, that was. See, I mean, if you just run forward, like. Boingus. Like, because everything else in this game is animated remarkably well, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's this this bit, and it's just like, what happened here?
David animated it. We're shitting on David a lot during this episode. It's just the name I picked. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I'm like that with names. It's like Gary. Like, I've just been making fun of Gary for like years, and to be honest, I can't even remember why.
Gaza.
Not even that, you know?
Oh boy.
Actually-
We get to see the circus in high def.
A fun point now that the movie, you know, The Green Knight is out. That's actually based on a old tale called Gawain and the Green Knight. And Gawain, the main character of that, is where we get Gary. It's an ancestor of the name Gary. So really, it's Gary and the Green Knight.
Episode 4.
Doesn't Wayne mean like wagon or something?
Wayne does, but Gawain is slightly different. It's not associated with Wayne as in like just means wagon, which is
There's just, you know, the thing that fucks me off the most about this game is how beautiful it is.
It
Like, because
really-
on the SNES it looked gorgeous. On the Mega Drive it looked gorgeous. It was
well, that was its big selling point back then. You know, just like, hey, look at that.
was animated beautifully.
Like, there were different deaths, you know? Like, you look at Mario when he dies, it's just like, meh, and then he just falls away. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, that's, you know. And I mean, it stays that way for, you know, for years. But then there's this, and it's just like, you know, yeah, he falls down and he's flat, and like, something like
look at the
crushes him.
background. Like, look
Yeah.
at that, those fish and stuff. It was just
So now we know we're
like
American.
that, the Banana Man.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking muscle
Banana Man.
pickles. What the fuck is with that?
I don't know.
Does getting TVs give us more pieces of like the cartoon or
I
something?
think it does.
I can finally watch a whole episode of like fucking. I almost said Eek the Cat, but that was a different thing altogether.
No, it wasn't.
A now forgotten cartoon.
Look out, it's Bubsy time.
Really, Bubsy? It's Bubsy time in the Bubsy game starring Bubsy.
Look, if I'm invincible, don't let me die to fall death. Fuck you.
A platformer with fall death. Like,
I
there's
know.
no reason for that in a game where like anything can be an
It's
enemy
to give
and
value
all
to
of
his
them can kill
glide.
you.
That's literally it.
Yeah, but the glide's a movement thing. Like, it's such a dumb gameplay decision. Like, there's no excuse for that. That wasn't.
No, of course not.
That wasn't even a thing in like the fucking ancient times of the fucking mid-90s when this bullshit was made, you know? It's not like we were all playing platform games with fall damage, then someone banged two rocks together and was like, my god, what if they could just fall down?
Like, look at this. There was no earthly right to have to animate these. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's like that thing today where you'll see like, you know, someone who is a decent artist make a video game, but like that's all they are.
yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, look
Yeah.
at this game with good art. It's like, what's the gameplay? None. There's like, I think maybe like a puzzle or something.
Alright, where are the eggs? Fuck your eggs.
You know, like you've just made a more visually boring mist.
Oh. Do I go in there?
Actually, now that all this stuff's working a lot better, I gotta try and get fucking... You know they made a parody game of Myst, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, you're not prepared for this, data.
No, I'm not.
Get
I'm
ready.
scared.
Get ready for a download. There's a parody game of Myst,
Okay.
and it is like it's a deliberate parody, like it's not like just something, and it was commercially released.
Okay.
It's called, wait for it,
I'm waiting.
Pissed,
Of course it is.
starring John Goodman.
What? What do you mean starring John Goodman?
Like
He's in the game?
Yeah, like it's a CD-ROM game, like because it's Myst, but like you're drunk on an island. I love that you fell right back into the same fucking thing.
Okay. But it's narrated by John Goodman. Fuck you!
Yeah,
Fuck you!
I think it's narrated by John Goodman.
You woolly fucker.
Because again, it was a while ago, struggled to get that to fucking work and just fucking couldn't and gave up.
I think the world didn't want you to get it working. It's like a Jumanji situation. You're going to get sucked into the game.
Stuck with mid-90s John Goodman. Just being like... Yeah, so Roseanne's gonna get crazier.
Gabriel Morton is pissed. The movie.
It's a video game movie we can all agree on.
Yeah, fuck you, circus level. I hate these levels, dude. I love them, but I hate them.
Oh, no, like... Aside from the graphics, everything else about this game sucks ass. Like, it's just not fun. The hit and hurt boxes are vague at best. What is or isn't something you can touch is vague at best.
Night of the Bobcat.
The fucking fall damage just kind of like really spoils a lot of exploration, which is sort of one of the things that these games have going for them, Like the whole point is like, of these, big fucking wackadoo, look at this giant level games is like you're supposed to jump around and see where shit is. Like, granted, all of it's just to get, like, more fucking balls, which don't do anything but, like, add to your ball meter. But, like, again, it was the 90s. Cookie Clicker was basically, like, a legitimate gameplay design.
Look at these things. Oh.
Yeah! No, see?
I thought you could ride them. Well.
See, that's the thing. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? Why were they enemies? Like, there's all these ideas in gameplay design now that are, like, codified and thought about, where it's like, well, first you must differentiate, enemies from, like, things so people can visually see what the game is telling them and, like, learn and, play your video game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, this is just like, no. What's over here? Ah, yeah, penguin on stilts. Is that a villain? I don't know. Like, I don't even know why a penguin on stilts would be in here.
Why did that laugh at me?
Because you're still playing this, Aaron. Like, there's just,
Hey, this is my dream.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
It's always been my dream to play this game like this, because I saw it, and I'm like, I want to play this game.
Yeah.
But it never was working. And now it's working, and I'm gonna beat it.
Well, that's the thing about, like, any of this sort of retro gaming and emulation and stuff is, like, you will get insane white whales.
Yeah.
That you need to fucking sort out. Like, okay, so like one of mine for ages, because there's a fairly solid legend behind it, but also because it's actually a half-decent game, was the arcade version of Primal Rage.
Yep.
Now people will tell me, but Gabriel, you can play that. No, you fucking can't. I'm gonna tell you why.
Ow.
Because somebody at Atari made encryption for it, a whole encryption fucking, extra chip. And the thing is, the game has been emulated. The encryption chip hasn't because it's fucking hard and ridiculous and nobody wants to do it. And the person who did it is dead.
Oh.
So, you have never played, outside of an actual arcade board, you have never played the proper Primal Rage arcade. Because even the one on the fucking CD they released, and I'm aware that exists, isn't fucking fixed. It has gold blood at points and is glitchy. Because they didn't deal with it. They didn't know it was a fucking problem. So, I can...
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you're a dumb cunt, because you were in there earlier. Like...
I wasn't paying attention to listen to your Primal Rage story.
Oh, yeah, but so, like, there's one other person I found on the internet who cares about this as much as I do. And
I did it, I got in it, and
They made like there's probably two, actually. There's the person who fixed Primal Rage 2, and then this guy. I think they're the same person, actually. But, like... it's hard to tell with, like, internet handles and shit. But, like... So, I found he had run an experiment where he used just a hex editor to change the blood palette back. Right. Which fixes, like, basically the major problem that I had. I can cope with, on hard knockdown, characters kind of falling through the floor a little bit. Because when they get up, they're fine. There's just this one, sort of, it looks a little bit weird sometimes. And it only happens sometimes, so it's like, whatever.
Well, no, I'm up here.
Yeah, no. And so I like fucking found his channel, messaged him on Twitter. It was like, hey, like, do you have that cheat? And he managed to like message me back and actually send me the fucking cheat.
Cool.
It's like, yeah. Now I have Force Red Blood Hack for fucking... Arcade Primal Rage. And it's great, because nothing really fucking compares to it. Like, the Sega Saturn version was one of the better fucking ports, but like, all of the ports... The DOS version actually is probably the best one for my money. The colors are a little worse, but the animation's better. And the thing is, the animation in that game is really fucking good. And you forget that if you play any of the ports.
I was worried on Continued that I was going to be sent back to the start of the
That would have
clown
been
levels.
very funny.
But it actually checkpointed me to where I, the last thing I touched. So that's
nice.
actually really nice, yeah.
And so, yeah, when you get into this, you're going to have this thing in the back of your mind where it's like, you know what, I enjoy this video game from this era. And... Huh.
Oh.
Okay. And, you'll want to play that, and you'll think, maybe this will be easy, and look, sometimes it is, you know? Sometimes it's a game on the NES, and you're just like, oh, this is fun, I remember this. Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's a copy of Super Bubsy.
Yeah. Hello, yes, I'd like very specifically the Windows 95 CD-ROM Bubsy game that has the extra animation at the start. And look, sometimes you're lucky and there's like a fucking community of weirdos out there who also feel the same way.
Yeah.
And God, sometimes it's just you.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty...
They've got flight travel. No!
That's bullet drop on the eggs!
I know!
That was very funny. I enjoyed that immensely.
This game's deep.
Fucking physics, baby. Yeah, we put a physics engine into Bubsy. What?
Also, for those who don't remember, if you stay in the cart, it just kills you.
Yeah, if you fall off the edge in the cart, you die.
Die in the cart, you die in real life.
If you die in the cart, you die in the Bubsy, then you die in real life.
And you
then-
become Bubsy.
Yeah, and then in Brisbane, you respawn at the Hungry Jacks in the city.
Oh, the weird
I forgot about
vegetables. Hello, fellas.
Yeah, like, I didn't know when you jumped up toward them whether or not you were gonna just go through them, or... Like, again, like, these days, you know, there'll be Twitter threads where people talking about how to differentiate their pixel art so the background objects can be really well, you know, drawn, but not clash with the interactable objects.
Mm.
And then there's this. It's just like... No.
No. Get away from me, eggs.
It's a warning of cholesterol.
Apparently, TV's my cartoon score.
I feel like maybe that's... Like, because that's all that this game's doing. Like, that's, you know, it's like, what's over here? And it's like, oh yeah, like, at least fucking the 64 games, you know, once they were doing, like, fucking exploration platformers there, it was like, what's over here? Oh, there's an actual thing. And they'd give you shit, and it wouldn't always be amazing, but it would still, it'd at least be different to just the same balls you've been collecting for the last, like, 4 hours, you know? Boingus.
I don't know how to go higher.
You're going higher,
Am I?
I think.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
There we go.
yeah, there we go.
Just took a bit. Wait. Oh. Too much. Oh. What's the matter, Bob? Cat got your tongue?
Episode
Someone back in 1994 sitting at a fucking, you know, word perfect document going, all right, cat puns.
And imagine this person, right? So, no, sorry, not this person. Imagine you're playing this game
Yeah, they're
back
not
in
people.
1995, right? You've got a shit slow computer. So you're staring at that. You're staring at this loading screen here with the pun for like 5 minutes as it loads.
episode
SSDs don't exist back then. You've just got D.
Yeah, and they weren't even like the Ds we have now that are still pretty good, you know?
I hate it.
It's so good.
I hate it.
It's creamy and delicious. Cause like every now and then something will go wrong with my mom's computer, right? And I go over there to fix it and I switch the computer on and it's taking ages to load and I start thinking, man, what the fuck is fucking wrong with this computer? And then I have to remember, oh wait, like the fucking operating system's on like a regular hard drive.
Yeah.
And I haven't lived in that world for a long goddamn time.
You know what's funny, Gabe? I made it. I got up there. I was
Yeah.
safe, and then I came back down.
I know.
I wanted that live.
Honestly, I agree with getting that life. Because look, see, getting up there is not hard. Like,
Give it.
Mama.
Give it.
You know, like if like
Look, I disagree. I was under that motherfucker.
because like if up there, like if you tweaked a few elements of this, you know, like if up there was like, you know, it's like in fucking whatever the shit. You'd get like, you know, puzzle pieces and then pictures and they'd add up and, you know, if you hide maybe a few bonus stages or hidden things, you know. If you validate the exploration, then you got something here. It's not just like, oh yeah, look at the fucking, you know, poochie we drew fucking walking around. This is like, again, you know, I say it to people online, you know, not all the time, but enough where it's just like, you don't know how little of a joke Poochie is. Like you just really don't.
I don't know what those globes do.
Fucking who knows, man. It's just like fucking, you know.
I like that they get mad that their
like-
cheese wheel doesn't hit anything.
Well, I'd be furious because then I've wasted a whole cheese wheel.
That's a big cheese wheel.
I would like a whole fucking giant wheel of cheese.
I would like to see you ride a wheel of cheese.
I don't want to do that like downhill thing where people chase the wheel because I don't want to roll ass over tit down a fucking hill.
I want to see you on the top of the cheese.
Like fucking walking on it like a barrel.
Yeah.
Like,
Look out, it's Bubsy time.
Oh man, look at these ones.
okay. I feel like the orange worked in their office.
Oh yeah, these ones were. Oh, these ones don't.
No, they don't do anything, Aaron. Don't be stupid. Why would they do something? It's just
I swear that they reacted when you stood on them in the SNES version.
maybe they did. Who knows?
Uh oh. Inflation, Bubsy. He's a balloon now.
I feel like that's also, you know, canonical.
Episode
Like I feel because he's like a broke transgender prostitute in the online canon, which I support as the true canon. And I
I
feel
support
like
of Bubsy not coming back.
I feel like well no I support him coming back, but only as a broke transgender prostitute. And because he's like broke, it's all the fucking like, you know, he's like stealing like fucking birth control and shit for his like hormones. So it's just, you know, still has a giant scrotum that he does do
held
inflation stuff with.
Why would I go back?
Although there are those guys that do fill their balls with like saline.
Yeah, no.
episode
I'm good. Thank you.
That's a unique one because like the super inflated testes like basically render the penis useless because you can't even get at it, you know. It's like buried in this fucking
Ugh.
weird, yeah, turgid fucking sphere of
Mound.
testicle. Well, it's no longer a mound. That's the crazy fucking thing. Like it's like I maintain you should stay up there.
I try. So the thing you gotta remember about this game is there's no momentum, just doesn't work.
The thing you have to remember, Gabriel, is this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a cheese woolly up there anyway. Oh, I'll be goddamned. It wasn't. I'm usually so dead on with my cheese predictions.
Oh, too fast.
Yeah, that was too. Where's this gonna take you?
You gotta do the guessy game thing to get through all these doors.
Not guessies.
Ice creams are my friend. This is a lie. I don't have to kill hot dogs that squeak. Fuck off, boot.
Oh wait, I remember this. Like I don't remember the solution to it because my brain didn't. I do hate that the woolies here have that hair. Like it just upsets me.
What, the shampoo?
Yeah. Yeah, it is Shemp. I knew it was like, I was trying to remember, like my brain kept saying fucking Harpo marks, but I was just like, no, it's not. It's like,
It's champ.
yeah, it's fucking Shemp. Nobody likes Shemp.
Not even champ.
Yeah. Like, if Shemp's your favorite stooge, that's like a clue that you're talking to an alien. Yeah, that's how we tell them. You know, fuck getting sniffer dogs. This is how we figure out, you know, who Skynet's sending to torment us.
Champs. They're sending champs.
Sending ships. T-Shemp hundreds. See, like, again, this is the kind of thing I'd do if I were an evil robot brain. Like, you gotta, you know, tap into your fucking psyops, Skynet. Like, you don't need to just have, like, okay, granted, having what is actually a hillbilly Austrian accent, that's funny. Like, if you break that down, that is an incredibly funny killer robot to send after humans. But like, could you imagine if it was just a bunch of killer robot shemps?
Eggs.
I love it because yeah, you knew you were like, oh god, the eggs.
Because like I bounced on the thing, but
Yeah, I know.
the egg took priority.
Yeah, you can bounce on a giant ice cream, but you can't bounce on an egg. Why? I don't know. Touch the boot. What does the boot do here?
Just boot you into the wall.
Huh, all right. Oh, you went through that window last. Go through the other one.
No, but I went through the correct way.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if I want to fucking deal with a flock of shemps again.
They don't do much.
What would the collective noun be for that? Like a knucklehead of shemps.
Look, there was no egg there. All right, but I think
What even did you hit?
I think I killed them on the left.
Like, that was bullshit.
It was. It was shemp shit. Let's cut the shemp.
Let's cut the shit.
It's weird that the ice cream stayed dead, you know?
That's a fun sentence to hear.
Don't you find that peculiar? Like the other
A
enemies
little bit.
respawn?
Well, okay, I understand why the firecrackers
The
respawn.
woolies do.
I suppose, but the woolies are an aggressor army, you know?
Actually, wait, no, they don't.
The ice cream is just accidentally fucking, you know, sapient deliciousness. Alright, look, so like...
How much time have I
2,
got? Okay.
3, go.
Just kill him and just wait.
Ah, yes. The slow and steady Bubsy strategy. I have to look up Bubsy speedruns now.
Oh god, that would...
Because that actually, yeah, like think about that for a second, because that actually has to be, like, those kill you.
I disagree.
Yeah. You can never think that this shit's gonna favor you, Aaron.
True.
You know?
Being a Bubsy speedrunner has to be sad. Like, you have to feel sad. I'm not saying you're not good at it or you're not skilled at it.
No,
You'd definitely be good at it, but why?
The thing about the future is when there's 7 billion people, it's easy to be incredibly skilled, but also a worthless fuck knuckle at the same time. You know? Like, that's just the case.
A bub knuckle, if you will. That's what we're calling Bubsy speedrunners.
Bub knuckles.
I'm full of gold, Jerry.
That feels like something that you, like, that feels like also like it's a description of something that you'd see through someone's pants, but I don't know what, you know?
Oh, look at the bub knuckle.
Yeah, like someone with like a chode but then gets a pants erection. That's a bub knuckle.
It's... Oh, no.
What is
I
a
went
good,
through that one.
it's a good term for a flaccid penis, you know, it's just,
Bub knuckle.
yeah. Alright, don't make me break out the bub knuckle.
Bub knuckle.
Yeah. Gotta go drain the bub knuckle. We're saying that all day now. Bub knuckle.
You're welcome.
We sure this is the right hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just keep dying because I'm shit.
No, like, I mean, I know, like... Eggs, dude. Eggs.
Eggs? Well, at least he's dead now.
It is nice that they stay dead. Because that's, like, you're just meant to grind at this shit. Like, you're not meant to use the mechanics of the game in a fun and intuitive way.
No.
Like, you're just meant to run into things that kill you, go back to the start, and then run into those things again until you manage to fucking, you know, waste a piece of your brain committing to memory the exact path through fucking Bubsy the Bub Knuckle.
Bubsy. Bubsy the bub knuckle. Bubsy. He's got a bub knuckle. Bubsy.
Oh, he missed. He's got a Bub Knuckle.
Where does this one go? Oh, yeah, to
Yeah,
death.
no, we don't. Yeah, we don't go there anymore.
To
That's
death. Alright,
that's a bad door.
egg and ice cream. Alright, let's... Oh, no. Meh.
Oh no, you stand on the doorway,
Yeah.
Ox. Of course you do, because fuck you, and there's no room above you to jump.
This is why you need 15 lives.
Yeah, I mean, this does mechanically validate going looking for lives. But it also just makes everything that's not alive a cosmic disappointment.
Yup. Because I don't even think the yarn translates into lives at any point.
I don't think it does a goddamn thing except fucking, you know, make the number go up, which was the only thing video games could do back then. Although I kind of call bullshit on that with, like, fucking, you know, Bubsy here, because, like, this PC version could have had, like, a 20-minute cartoon as, like, the ending, which would have been a fucking legendary goddamn feat back in the day.
I'm gonna have to fucking get all the way over there from here.
You can do it.
Yeah, who, you? Fuck you.
Is that what the fucking Woolies are saying?
I don't know. It sounds like who, me, to me. Take it slow, take it slow.
Your brain goes, hey, you know, it'd be fun zooming along at speed and enjoying myself. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait. This isn't any of a number of games where that might actually be, like, rewarded.
Yeah.
My brain keeps, yeah. Like, because you know what the sucks is? That's fun. I feel like if you just run off the end, it would have killed you. Alright.
Oh,
what
no.
kind of fun boss? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Same
the fucking,
one.
Yeah, the same shitty yarn balls.
What?
Yeah. Maybe just don't wind the window down and you can fucking have this problem solved, you know?
I'm dead. If you stop gliding for one moment, you're dead.
You were gently grazed by a ball of the substance that we've been collecting lots of.
Excellent. Episode, fuck you. Cheese wheels of fuck you.
Like, if your PC game came with a fucking, you know, 20-minute cartoon for an ending, you'd have been making fun of all the console kids.
Oh, yeah. How come your game didn't come with a cartoon?
Oh, what's that? You collected the most fucking balls? I don't fucking care. I get rewarded with material goodness.
I get fucking rewarded with material John goodness.
They seem to be opening the windshield, like, at that fucking...
when they go down there.
Woo!
This is one of the worst designed boss fights I've ever seen. Because of just the crossover point. Makes it nearly impossible to hit it.
I mean, it's not like... At this point, they're gonna just suddenly
go
into the office and open up this bag labeled "Good Game Design Ideas." Oh, hey, look at this! Look, I forgot we ordered this.
Just make the boss like basic, like the last one. Then make it a different boss.
Yeah.
Don't make this artificially bullshit for the sake of making it artificially bullshit.
Yeah, please don't make me sit through this clumsy wank bucket of bullshit.
Like, I hit him. Why didn't I bounce on him? Fuck you, Aaron. You're playing Bubsy.
Yeah, that's a dumb question.
I was in the wrong here. Can't wait to go home and play Bubsy. Fucking midlife crisis. Could have bought a sports car. No, playing Bubsy.
Let's just end this.
No. I will beat this boss.
I don't believe you.
I got like the
I feel like we're going to be at the start of the stage.
Nah.
I will say that, like, selecting Kitten was a good idea. I know, Aaron, we lost all of our fucking yarn.
Oh, no, what am I going to do with...
Okay, you got to not do the thing that you've done every time.
I know. Oh, believe me, I know.
Okay, I hear your words. Your actions tell a different story.
Much like you playing fucking Alex Kidd, I'm just going to do the same thing and then get upset.
Just stay on the left side. Go that way.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Okay, Aaron's fingers. I'm talking to you now.
You're not the boss of us.
If we can come... I like how, like, playing this repeatedly makes you worse at it. Like, that's just a fascinating phenomenon. Like, it's like 10,000 hours of practice will make you an expert, and, like, just 20 minutes of Bubsy will undo all of that.
Like, how are you supposed to hit that? The top one is literally over it the whole time.
Except for the very tail end. I think you gotta jump off him and just kind of be like, maybe a little bit to the left and like just catch him as...
Like, but the jump takes too long, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
then it propels you off and you die.
I felt like, okay, stay in the air like you were doing before. Because I feel like that's a safer, because you were fine when you were up there. You were at least on screen longer than this. And this is depressing. So like being on the ground, taking off from the ground, that's not the option. You got to get high and stay high. Then
you just got to fucking jump. You got to jump early. You got to jump just before that thing.
And then you just kind of, okay, because you're not going to get a hit on every pass. Like,
fucking like, Christ, I'm not.
Because like I feel if you can get off to the right and then kind of like go diagonal from top right to the bottom left, where like that little point where just before they close their little fucking, you know. I feel like that should have fucking counted. That was some bullshit. We can...
Gotcha, fucker. Shit. Oh. Gotcha. Ah. Fuck me.
Womp, womp,
Because I thought, well...
I know.
I went to the spot where I was safe for the other passes.
Yeah, you forget that the fucking nuts drop.
No, I knew the nuts dropped. I just thought it wouldn't be as low.
Nobody does, Aaron. Nobody does.
Because, like, I went to here because I went under it, but it was a much lower.
They changed the nut drop cycle. That they coded into this game. They coded in algorithmic nut drop cycles. Because the thing I find when I play some of these old games is, like, a lot of the time it's like, you know... The plan is to like make you have to fucking sit through more of the boss by fucking with your attack runs.
Mm-hmm.
So like you just like if you play defensively for a lot of these things, it works fine. It's just I don't have a functional defensive bone in my body.
Alright.
You know, I have like years of grappler experience of just walking into being hurt and then being angry about that. The absolute god tier depiction of that was in the finale of season 1 of Daredevil, where the fucking wonderful, oh Christ, what's his name now? He played Kingpin.
That dude.
Yeah, like, well, he's fucking tall. He was Law and Order Criminal Intent and Fat Body from fucking, whatever the fuck.
I don't know.
That Kubrick war movie that everyone likes the first half of. I actually enjoyed the second half, but I understand why everyone likes the first half of it. Full Metal Jacket.
Fuck, I say Full Metal Alchemist.
I fucking remembered the goddamn character name from Criminal Intent, like Detective Gorin, but I can't remember his actual fucking human name.
That's just normal, though.
Well, I didn't remember Detective Gorin 5 minutes ago, you know? Like, that wasn't in there. But, like, when he's fighting Daredevil, like, so he's huge, and Daredevil is not a big guy. So Daredevil's using all this, like, fancy fucking learning fighting, and Kingpin's whole strategy is just no strategy. He's just larger by a lot. And he doesn't seem to understand that he can block. Like, Daredevil's just punching him in the face, and he gets angry about that.
What the fuck those were.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because I'm in the West.
I think.
Are the gargoyles in the West?
I don't think so. It might be some, like, crudely grasped prairie animal from the perspective of, like, an English person who's only ever seen, like, a stoat. Yeah, there sure are a lot of those things, too. They look a little bit like the caterpillar guy from fucking Labyrinth.
Episode, shut up. Toot, toot. Oh, no.
Vincent D'Onofrio, that's right.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, he's just getting punched in the face, and his arms are up, but they're, like, below his head. Because, like, holding your arms up at head height's actually kind of, like, a hassle. And he's just getting punched in the face, and his face is just getting angrier at that, and that's it. Like, and the thing is, it fits perfectly for how this fight's gotta go, because that's just who he is. And there's another great bit where just Kingpin just runs into him at like speed and just bounces him into a fucking dumpster.
Kingpin.
And having watched enough professional wrestling, I 100% know that does work. If you get a really big guy to run into a really small guy, that can catapult that cunt. Like, again, you know, they had to, unless they had that sprite sitting around for something else, like, they had to have drawn it, you know? Like, so far there's nothing Western, like, there's the same UFO, and, like, whatever that little pointy fucking goblin is. And, you know, like, I can't remember because I've deleted it from my brain, because why would I keep that? But, like, I'm assuming we're gonna see a Wooly in, like, a cowboy hat or something.
I think he's in train garb.
That's okay, too. This is the same train Terry Bogart's having his fight on.
Is UFO come back? Nope.
Probably. Oh, no, there he is.
Well, I'll be.
That could have gone either way. I was expecting death.
I was also expecting death.
Ah, yeah. Little train hats. Okay. That's fun. I enjoy that. I mean, are they really my enemy? You know? Like, granted, giraffes are dicks, but, like... I don't think that's the noise a giraffe makes. I bet a giraffe sounds a lot like if you kick a llama in the nuts. I wonder if when the fucking hat buzzes up, if that's like a hurt box. Because I bet it is.
Woo. Titties. You know, this
Sucks.
is gonna cause a new John Lennon incident. I'm telling it now.
Just go to John Lennon's grave and shoot it.
You'll hear about it in the news. I'll kill again. I mean, for the first time. Look.
Like, that's the thing, is like, where did that, like, it should stop, you know?
That was
Like,
above me then.
Yeah, you need to, the game needs to tell you where the stuff is. I don't know what those things are, and it upsets me. You know, like, now I'm thinking about it, and I don't
Why don't
wanna
you email John Bubsy and ask him?
We bub knuckle. What the fuck are those things? Oh, well, you see, we were making video games in the 90s and nobody cared. You didn't, what, you think it had to be like fucking thematic cohesion? What's that thing? I don't fucking know. What's most things in games? Particularly from this era. No? Earlier, ice cream was an enemy. Oh, well, there's that. Alright, so they do kill you.
Yeah, I died to one earlier as well. They go, turn you into an inflation fanatic.
Do you suppose there's someone who's really into deflation but hates inflation? And
Yeah, probably.
finds that that is tearing them apart?
I'm gonna say yes. Look, no.
Almost.
I say with a very, very emphatic good.
Game over. You're free.
Oh, cartoon bonus. Okay.
I was right.
Do we get... So you get to watch more depending how many you get. Alright, see, that is reward.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I will play that to get like that. That is good.
This is officially the best Bubsy game.
It is. I don't know, maybe the fact that you're using a car buffer in your face, Bubsy. Did you ever think about that?
So many cartoons from this era are just like a window into the problem of undiagnosed childhood disorders. You know? I'd say it's moderately dangerous, like living as a squatter in Pee-wee's house.
Come on, Bubsy will be right back. What could possibly go wrong? You see, I told you it wouldn't take long.
I would love it if some of these cartoon bonuses were ads for products that no longer exist.
It just looks like a rip-off Rocco's Modern Life.
Okie dokie, Arnold. Time to rise and
Everything fucking did, man. Like, because there was... The first wave of Nickelodeons were
buddy, wake up.
Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats. Oh, there's the inflation we were looking for.
Come on, snap to, Mr. Basket Case. It's me, the Prince of Personality.
Who's doing that voice? Because that sounds kind of familiar.
Bubsy.
Yeah.
Probably Jim Cummings.
Come on, you know I'm your hero. Well, of course I am.
Let's
I'm
have a
your
look.
hero, and you're my sidekick.
You ever had a housemate that's on meth?
Please, do we have to
IMDb Bubsy.
Don't want to be your sidekick.
Yeah, I know. You don't
Fucking
feel worthy.
Ren and Stimpy.
Hey, around me.
Because I know Rocco's Modern Life was like a year after, I think. It was like a year or two later.
Celebrate their birthday.
Doug. I think Doug was in that first wave.
Alright. I was close. Jim Cummings is in this.
Hide under the couch.
He plays Sid the Vicious Shrew. Bubsy's played by Rob Paulson.
Where's Arnold?
I don't know who that is.
Rob Paulson did the voice of Pinky. Pinky in the Brain.
Huh.
And Yakko.
No, he wants to
Huh.
play with me.
Is he doing like that in the new like versions?
And last year,
Let's have a look.
run over by trucks in the state of
I assume
Texas
so.
alone. For many of the poor little fellows, this is the last sound they will ever hear.
Because like this is actually going for a while. Like I feel like it's the actual whole episode, and that's pretty good for like a thing in the 90s, you know.
Hey, Terry, go along.
Because like I'm sitting there, and I know it's gonna end before I get resolution on what's gonna happen to this armadillo,
Yeah, no, he played Pinky and Yakko in the new ones.
and I'm gonna be thinking to myself, man, you know, if I just go back into this game and get a few more of those TVs, I'll be able to watch the whole thing.
Adventure. If used responsibly, could someday stop
And it's
war
like,
and famine.
I mean, that's dumb, but it's like it's doing its job.
So far, it's mostly blown up on Virgil's head. It has a few minor kinks.
Oh, boy. Bowling.
Like, this is insane. Like, how much did this cost to make?
I swear there was a Bubsy. Like, was there more than one episode?
Someone extremely brave.
There's a movie?
You're such an idiot.
Fuck
Someone
off.
Totally nuts. Hey, that's me. I'm totally nuts. Yo, Arnold, guess what?
Hey, that's me. I haven't been diagnosed.
Bubsy, I'm going to be the one to test that still dangerous yet unbelievably potential-filled virgin.
Oh, yeah, I can hear the fucking little bits of wacko in it.
Why do you want to test it, Uncle Bubsy? Why? I'll tell
Alright,
you
so
why.
this one, no, it wasn't a movie. It wasn't a movie per se. This was it was a
It was one of
30
those 1 hour long cartoons.
It was a 30-minute.
Adventure.
This is 30 minutes. What
Because I need to go where
the
no
fuck?
bobcat
30 minutes
ever
long, but
gone
it was never
before.
picked up. The syndication.
Uh-huh.
And because
So
of
basically,
you,
we
for crying
we
out
just got
loud,
the
if
Bubsy
that's a
pilot.
crime, then
Yeah.
vote me. Yay, Bubsy, yay! Thank you. Let's go, Arnold. Hey, what could possibly go wrong?
So yeah, like Ren and Stimpy made a fucking massive dent into animation.
There are more than a few reasons why Calico's Entertainment Bubsy pilot never got picked up.
Oh,
Not
that's good.
only because of unfunny jokes and overuse of stock footage, almost all of our main heroes are completely unlikable and have voice acting that only wastes the talent of famous names like Rob Paulson, Jem Cummings, and Tress MacNeille, but also incredibly ear-grating. The only likable character is Arnold Armadillo, and he's sadly treated to a downright mean-spirited running gag involving his fear getting running over by a truck. It was so bad that even the creator of Bubsy, Michael Berlin, hated it, and the title character is one of the very few roles Rob Paulson is openly ashamed of.
Wow. Like, that's fascinating because there are other cartoons that are like as shit, you know? 1993. Woo! Oh, there we go. Accolade, games with personality, but not gameplay. Why you wouldn't want to clutter out all that personality with a bunch of gameplay. Ugh. This has been Super Bubsy again. The vastly superior PC version.
Like,
Master Race, baby, it's always been the
Again,
case.
this isn't just an exe you download. You got to run a virtual environment. So just think about that before you just go, oh, I'd like to just play that. Because it would it's not easy. Also, the game's not
Also,
easy to find. You have to get off a Russian ISO site. So have fun with that.
Yeah, those are a bit of trouble. I mean, have a look at like Zom's Lair and the collection chamber, if you're curious, because there may be something there. But
They only have the demos. They only have demo ISOs. They don't have the full version. So you have to go a bit deeper, but it's there if you're looking and you're a Bubsy fanatic like me. And you know, you're like, why did I play Bubsy more often? I fucking love Bubsy. Then you play Bubsy and you're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, you don't. You just didn't have friends.
Bubsy.
Keep It Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.